y'all, it's Bella. So I'm in the lab today, but this is actually not a vlog. Someone asked about my application process, so I wanted to talk about that with you guys and also give you some advice if you're looking to get into grad school and you don't exactly have the required GPA. So say I didn't have a 3.0, but I'm still flourishing in grad school, so I thought that I would just give you guys some advice. So quickly, if you don't want to watch the whole video, I'm just going to start off with 4 tips. So first, look for a flexible program. So this is a program that doesn't explicitly say that you have to have a 3.0 or a 3.5. It may say that we prefer, we recommend, we usually take, those type of wordings on their admissions website usually lead to they will accept someone who doesn't exactly have all the strict requirements. My second tip would be to apply early. Apply as early as you possibly can so you can get in before they start accepting all these people with 3.5s and 4.0s and everything, and then they come to you and you have a 2.7 and they're like, well, we have 30 people who have 4.0s, why, so apply as early as you can so you can get the best possible chance before they start filling up their spot. Third tip is just make sure everything else looks good. Make sure you have the best possible people writing your recommendation letters for you. Make sure that you do the best on the GRE if that's required. Try to get the highest possible score you can. And anything else that you might need, if you're writing a personal statement, get it worked on, rework it. Don't just write it and forget about it and don't think that it's that serious. You need these other things to balance out your low GPA. And then my last tip, the most important tip, is to make connections. So whether that's someone at your school that you're currently going to or went to, or someone at the school that you're trying to go to, reach out to the admissions committee because their job is to admit people. They're there to help you. So reach out to someone and get their advice, get their help or anything like that. So that was a big part of how I got in. Now I'm going to talk about my personal experience. So just the things I needed to get into my actual application process. The things that I needed were, of course, my transcripts, and I think that included my high school transcript. It was a lot of years ago. I also needed to write a personal statement or a statement of purpose. I was required to take the GRE. In my checking these admission requirements the other day, I realized that my school specifically doesn't require the GRE after fall 2020. So that may be the case for a lot of other schools as well. I needed 2 letters of recommendation, the application fee, and the general deadline for the grad school was July, like summertime, but the biology department that I was applying to, they had said that they wanted applications by January. Their preferred deadline was by January. So if you are looking to apply, make sure you look at your specific department and make sure that you're getting all your required things in to the deadline that they prefer. So I know, like, when you're applying around the holidays, it's always best to apply like before the Christmas holiday, before people go home for 2 and 3 weeks, and then they come back to a pile of applications in January and they're just like, again, that's why I say apply early. So that's what I did. I applied in January, actually, after Christmas, but I'll talk about that. My timeline looked like this. So I was a fall graduate, so that fall, my last semester, I was taking like 5 upper biology classes. We're not gonna talk about it, but maybe we can talk about it. But so I took the GRE in October. I graduated in December. I applied in January, like I said, and then I was invited to this recruitment event, and I went to that in March. Once I went to the recruitment event, I was offered acceptance and I was offered an assistantship, and of course I accepted everything. And then I started in the fall. That's just the basics. But for me, like I said, personally, my main thing was making connections. In my last semester, I had noticed, that I wasn't gonna have a 3.0 when I graduated. But I wanted to go to grad school. So I was like, what can I do? So I started doing a little bit of research and just, Googling how to get into grad school, low GPA, what do you do, and it was answers were all over the place. And I was looking at my school and I noticed that one of the professors, I was in his class, he actually was one of the chairs or co-chairs or over the graduate school. So I said, oh. So I put on my big girl pants, and after class one day I went and I asked him, I was like, hey, can we talk about graduate school? I noticed that you are on the board. So I wanted to just talk about, you know, getting in and I don't have a 3.0. So he was very open about it. He was like, sure. He was like, we can talk. We had a good conversation and I basically said like, I really want to do this, but I don't have a 3.0, thinking that that was the end of it for me. And he's like, he basically told me before I knew to search for a flexible program, basically what the vibe I got from him was that this was a flexible program. So basically he gave me the vibe like, if I make sure everything else is great and definitely make an A in his class and pull some A's in my other class, that I shouldn't have a problem. I think doing that is what really changed the trajectory for me, because before that I kind of wasn't feeling it. I didn't think I had a chance, but talking to him, it seemed like I was worried about nothing. So after I graduated, I did stay in contact with him. He kind of stayed on top of me because I wasn't going to apply, honestly. And he reached out to me and he was like, are you still interested in applying? And so he was the one who actually pushed me to apply with that very email. It's probably the point. But so I applied around January, and then my next step in getting admitted, at that recruitment event that I mentioned, I met my now PI and we actually had a great conversation because we were talking about, you know, research interests, the kind of student that he was looking for. I think that I was the perfect student. So even though I kind of feel like I got lucky because of the connections I made, because it was my old professor from class that actually introduced us. After me and my now professor PI had that conversation, and he said he would be willing to take me as a PhD student. So after that was pretty much it. And I got offered the acceptance and I started, and we've been going strong since then. I mean, if you're out there and you're thinking about it, apply anyway. What can it hurt? That's what I always tell people. Apply anyway. It's not gonna hurt. If you can't afford it, always reach out to the admissions committee and see if they have any waivers. See if they can offer you any help. Like, make these committees work. Their job is to help you get admitted. So don't be scared to reach out. Don't be scared to even ask like other professors. Like, obviously these professors, they went to school, they went through this, they know what you're going through. So don't be scared to ask for help. Ask me for help, okay? DM me on Instagram or something if you need help, or leave a comment down below. I just wanted to let you guys know about that, maybe give you some encouragement that I didn't have a 3.0, but I am having a great time in grad school, even though I am stressed, like, but it is what it is. But I still enjoy it. I love getting up and not having to punch a clock, and so say going to work and I can wear my blue hair and nobody cares. But yeah, so I hope this video helped somebody. If it did, definitely give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe, especially if you have any questions. If you want to see anything more lab related things, let me know what you want to see. But until next time, I'll see you guys. Bye.